Hello, my name is Teacher Jaziri and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to multiply numbers that are closer to 100, so how to multiply numbers that are closer to 50, and how to multiply my numbers that are closer to 25. And for this video, I have the following example. I have example 1, I have 1 here, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, and the 5. I've created these 5 examples to use to explain to you how this calculation can be so easy without taking a pen. But I will demonstrate this through the use of my pen. But then if you practice many of these calculations, then later or in future, you won't need any pen or any calculator to do this kind of calculation. Now, let's start with number 1. So that is 97 by 94. So the most important thing is that these numbers are closer to 100. So what you want to do is get the difference between 97 and 100. So you will have here 3. Get the difference between 94 and 100. You get here 6. Subtract it across, or you can subtract 94 across, subtract 3. So I will decide now. I'm deciding on taking 97 minus 6. So gives me 91. Remember, 91 is in hundreds. And then I want to add these, the differences. You multiply the differences, that is 3 and 6, which gives you 18. If I add that, gives me 91, 18. And that one becomes my answer. So number 1 done. Let's go to number 2. Let's now go to number 2. Number 2 is 93 by 96. 93 by 96. So again, you want to know the difference between 93 and 100. So that one gives you here 7. And the difference between 96 and 100 gives you here 4. You can choose any. Now for this, let's choose, we're subtracting from this. So 96 minus 7. That one gives you 80. And remember, like I said, this is in zeros. And then what you want to do is you want to add multiple of 7 and 4. That is 28. So add then 20. So this is, like I said, this is hundreds, not 100. This is 100. So add there 28. So if you add it, so your answer is 89, 28. You know, it's something that if you are in school and you get this kind of calculation, you don't have to go away. There's always a shortcut. And this is the reason why I'm giving you this, so that you always have shortcuts to your calculation. Let's go to number 3. So that is 87 multiplied by 92. So you look at what's the difference between 87 and 100. That is 13. And here is 8. The difference between 92 and 100 is 8. So you can take any direction, like I said. You subtract. For this, I will subtract 8 from 87. You realize that the answer is the same, even if you subtract 13 from 92. The answer you get here will be the same. So when you subtract this one gives you 79, 0. And then what you want to do, you want to multiply then the product of these ones. This is 13 by 8, which gives you, then you add it down there, which then gives you 104. So from this, you're going to get 79 plus 1, which is going to give you 80, 04 in total. So this one becomes your answer. And that means, like, if you just from looking, you can basically give an answer without doing any calculation. That's exactly why I like mental maths. The pen, just that things look a little bit different. The question would be, what if the numbers are even higher than 100? So here we have 107 multiplied by 103. So if you look at the difference here, again, the difference is 7, the difference here is 3. The numbers are beyond 100. what you do is you add, so that here you will remain with, you would add either this or this one here. If you add this one, it gives you 110. Yeah, and that is that is hundreds. Now what you want to add there is then a multiple of 7 and 3, which is 21. That means you're getting the answer here as 11, 0, 21. 11,021. Easy, no? Very easy stuff. So let's try using another pen here and do the last question. So this was question 3. This was question 4. And this was 5. So let's try with 5. 5 is 111 multiplied by 102. What you got here is you look at the difference between 111 and 100. Get here 11, and here you get 2. In this case, like I said, we are actually adding, okay? So if you add this one here, you will get the same answers if you add here. So if you add, I want to take this one. I want to add 2 to 111, so that one becomes 113. And if I multiply then 11 by 2, what am I getting? I'm getting 22. That is in principle, that should be then the answer. I hope you like this. And from now on, multiplication that are closer to 100 would be so easy for you to do, yeah? Let's go to the next chapter. Next is about multiplying numbers closer to 50. And like we did with the other numbers, is multiplying numbers closer to 100. The same principle we'll use here, although because of 50, and 50 is half of 100, our answer that we get, we are going to divide it actually by 2, okay? Let's take number 1. So I will name them 3, 4, and 5. Here again, I have like 5 examples to use. So I'm taking 47 multiplied by 43. Look at the difference here between 47 and 50, you get 3. Look at the difference between 43 and 50, you get 7. So if you subtract either diagonal from each other, like either 47 minus 7 or 43 minus 3, the answer is the same. So I will take now 47 minus 7, which gives me 40. And this is in zeros. And this 40, because 50 is half of 100, for this method to work out, you want to divide this by, which then gives you 20. That is also zeros in hundreds. And then you add up the multiple of 3 and 7. And therefore, the answer here is 21. Easy, yeah? Let's now go to the second question. Second question is 44 by 39. That is 44 by 39. Now again, it's the same principle you use. You look at what's the difference between 44 and 50, and you get 6. And 39 and 50, you get 11. Any way you subtract, you get the same answer. So for me, now I want to subtract. I want to use this one, is easier. 44 minus 11. So this one remains. This one gives me 33 into hundreds, remember. Now, I need first to divide this one by 2 to get 16. Remember? And here I want to add then the multiple of 6 multiplied by 11, which is 66. If I add that one, I will get here 17, 16. Easy, and I find it really cool. I hope you also enjoying mathematics here. I believe given the 2 examples that I already did, you now can look at the remaining questions or sample questions and see an answer without calculating, yeah? But that was not meant today. So I know, let's see how that one goes. So question 3, this was 1. This was 2. This is 2. And question 3 now. So let's take 45 by 46. So the same, you look at what's the difference between 45 and 50. You have 5 here, you have 4 here. Now, any diagonal can work. And today, now I want to take diagonal, this diagonal. Let's say 46 minus 5 gives me 41. That is in zeros. This ones, if I multiply these ones, it will give me 20. So this one remains there. Therefore, when if I divide this one by 2, because it's 50, so half of 100. So this one gives me 20, 50. And that is now what I want to add then 22. And therefore, my answer becomes 20, 70. Amazing, yeah? I find this really cool. Let's try out then the numbers, special numbers that are above 50. So again, let's just have some nice colors here. So I will take number 4, and after doing number 4, then I think that would already have sunk in, yeah? Then I don't have to do number 5 because this is getting easier. So I'm now taking 54 multiplied by 58. Again, the most important thing is to know what's the difference between 50 and 54. So that one gives you 4. And here we have 8. In this case, because it's above 50, we are going to add. So anyway you take, if you want to add this direction, you can take this diagonal or this one. For me, I will take this one here. So if you add the 2, it gives you 62, and that is in zeros. You want to divide this by 2, and then get a product of the 2 here, that is 32, and then later add it here. So of course this one gives you then 31, 0, 0, then add 32, which then you know you have 31, 32 as your answer. Given that, I think I don't have to do the rest, question 5 or sample 5, because the concept is the same. Last but not least, I want us to do some examples. I want us to do these 4 examples, so that you understand how to multiply numbers close to 25, how easy that can be. And you will be so surprised. This is really cool. So then we have, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's take this example here, the first one. So we have 23 by 24. Again, the most important thing is to know what's the difference between 25 and 24, 25 and 23, and 25 and 24. So this one is 1, and this is 2. If you look, any direction you take, any diagonal you take, you will still get the same answer. So let's say this is, if you take 23 minus 1 or 24 minus 2, you still get the same. So here, what you want to do is you want to take, well, I mean, the difference here is then 22. And of course, this is in hundreds. Then you would add then later the product of 2 and 1, which is actually 2. So, but before you do that, you want to divide this by 4, because 25 is a quarter of 100. So this gives you 550 plus 2. So you have 552 as your answer. Now let's try then the second sample question here to see how this one goes. So we have here 24 by 21. So again, the most important thing is to know what's the difference between 25 and 2, and see how that works out here. So we have 24 by 21. If you multiply that, again, the most important thing is to know what's the difference between 25 and 24. This one gives you 1, this one gives you 4. You come down, you get the difference here, and it's 20. like I said, it's in hundreds. And then you get the multiple, so you get the product of 4 and 1, which gives you 4. That one comes later, but first we have to divide this one by 4, which gives you 500 plus 4, you have 504. The last two, we have 23 by 22. So here you have the difference is 2, here difference is 3. If you do the same, you remain with 20, and already you can see an answer here. Yeah, this one is going to be 6, and you can see an answer coming up here, because then divide this by 4, this one gives you 500 plus 6, this is 546. No energy needed, yeah. And then we get the last one, question 4. Question 4 is also interesting because all the numbers are above 25, and like that, like we did for 50 and 100, we will add them. So then we have 26, yeah, by 27. So the difference is 1, the difference is 2. If you add this one or this one, gives you 28. That is 0, 0. Divide that one by 4. You know what? That one gives you, this one gives you 700. If you get product of this plus 2, this is 702. So easy that was. And that was all I planned today for you. And would you want to learn mental maths? I've got lessons every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday in the evening. Book me through my Calendly link below, and I will teach your child, or I will teach you mental mathematics. And if you want to support us, please visit our website, www.academy.teacherjaziri.co.ke, and donate to support our course and share with us a new idea for growth. Thank you so much. Bye.